Welcome to Pathfinders, a hiking podcast with Brian. I'm your host, Brian Hudson, and today I'm joined by the one and only Ryan. We help hikers turn training into reliable trail confidence. The theme today is hiking gym workouts that actually carry over to dirt, rock, and roots. We'll map out a simple plan you can run in any gym to build uphill power, downhill control, and all-day stamina without living on machines. Stick around, because we'll end with one actionable mini workout you can do this week to feel the difference. Let's get moving now.
Thanks, Brian, for the nice welcome, and hello to everyone tuning in. I love that we're treating the gym as a trail lab, not a vanity project. My North Star is simple transfer. If it doesn't help you hike farther, climb stronger, or descend safer, it's fluff. The best plans lean on specificity, progressive overload, and enough recovery to adapt. That means inclines, single leg patterns, and controlled eccentrics, so your joints feel stable and your lungs and legs keep delivering.
I'm with you on transfer. Let's ground this in trail outcomes. When folks ask why a hiker needs the gym, I point to 5 wins: uphill power to crest switchbacks, downhill control to spare knees, joint resilience for long mileage, balance for uneven ground, and stamina to keep smiles late in the day. From your coaching lens, how do you frame those benefits so people buy in and stay consistent?
I translate each win into a training bucket. Uphill power comes from hip hinge strength and the ability to produce force repeatedly, so we load step-ups and Romanian deadlifts. Downhill control is mostly eccentric quads and calves, so slow step-downs and controlled squats shine. Joint resilience ties to single leg stability and strong feet. Balance improves with lateral patterns and eyes forward drills. Stamina grows by stacking zone 2 time, then adding brief hill intervals. Underneath it all are consistency, progressive overload, and planned recovery. Every week matters.
Love how each bucket maps to terrain. Before we climb, let's talk warm-ups. Hikers often skip them, then feel creaky for the first mile. In the gym, we can prime ankles, hips, and lateral stability fast. What's your 5 to 7 minute flow that turns on the right tissues and sets posture for inclines without wasting time? And how do you cue breathing there?
My quick hitter. Start with ankle rocks for 30 to 60 seconds each side to wake dorsiflexion. Then hip openers like World's Greatest Stretch or controlled circles, 5 reps per side. Slide a mini band on and do banded lateral walks. 10 to 15 steps each direction, staying tall. Add bodyweight calf raises, 2 sets of 15 with a pause at the top. Finish with 2 to 3 minutes of easy treadmill incline walking, nose breathing. Arms relaxed, cadence light. Posture tall, ribs softly down.
That's efficient and targeted, and the nose breathing cue instantly calms effort. Let's step onto the treadmill. Many hikers default to flat jogging, but inclines are the secret weapon. How do you build a zone 2 base, then layer hills at 10 to 15%? And what are your stride and foot strike cues? Also, when do you add a weighted vest or a backpack?
I start with 2 to 3 zone 2 incline sessions per week, 20 to 40 minutes, heart rate conversational. Keep a modest grade, 3 to 6%. And let cadence be quick with a light mid-foot landing. After 4 to 6 weeks, add hill intervals. 1 to 2 minutes at 10 to 15%, with equal or slightly longer easy walking. Cue short stride, hips tall, eyes forward, minimal grip on rails. Progress by nudging greater interval count first, then pace. When that's comfortable, add a light-weighted vest for even load, or a backpack for specificity when appropriate.
Great clarity on building capacity without smashing people. Let's talk strength that transfers. I see 4 staples for hikers: step-ups, Bulgarian split squats, hip hinge work like Romanian deadlifts, and controlled step-downs for downhill control. How do you program sets, reps, and tempos? And where do you fit eccentric focus for quads and calves, including tibialis raises, and, when tolerated, slant board squats?
I program 3 to 4 work sets of 6 to 10 reps for the big patterns, with a 2 to 3 second lower to capture control. step-ups at knee height or slightly below, drive through midfoot, and stand tall. Bulgarian split squats build single leg strength and hip stability. Romanian deadlifts groove the hinge for climbing. For downhill durability, do controlled step downs from a low box, slant board squats only if pain-free, and heel elevated eccentric calf lowers. Add tibialis raises 2 to 3 times weekly for shin armor and better braking.
Love the braking emphasis. Trails rarely move straight ahead, so lateral strength and balance matter. Let's hit side-to-side patterns, posterior chain power, and core work that resists rotation on uneven ground. Then, for days feet need a break, what conditioning alternatives do you like beyond the treadmill, such as sled pushes, the stair mill, rowing, or cycling? How do you coach balance practice?
For lateral stability, program lateral lunges and skater step-throughs, keeping hips square and shin aligned. Add single leg balance facing forward, eyes scanning an imaginary trail, so you train stability while looking ahead. Posterior chain power comes from hip thrusts or bridges and hamstring curls, which support climbing and pack carry. For the core, anchor with suitcase carries, palif presses, and dead bugs to resist rotation and extension. Low-impact conditioning options include sled pushes or drags, stair mill intervals, rowing, and cycling to build capacity without pounding your feet. Great for recovery weeks.
That suite covers the bases and saves feet when needed. Let's zoom out to weekly planning. For beginners versus experienced hikers, how would you structure strength and cardio across a week? And how do you place intervals relative to long trail days? Also, how do you schedule deload weeks and seasonal blocks so winter builds base, spring adds intensity, summer peaks, and fall rebuilds smartly?
For beginners, run 2 strength days and 2 zone 2 cardio days. For experienced hikers, plan 3 strength days, with 1 lighter power or technique session, plus 2 to 3 cardio days with 1 hill interval session. Keep heavy lower body at least 24 to 48 hours before big hikes. Place intervals away from your longest trail day. Insert a deload every 4 to 6 weeks and in the week before major objectives. Seasonally, build base in winter, add intensity in spring, peak and maintain in summer, then deload and rebuild in fall.
Clear guardrails and smart spacing. Progress tracking keeps motivation real. Beyond scale numbers, what markers do you like for hikers in the gym and on machines? And while we push, safety is non-negotiable. What movement cues and footwear choices keep people healthy? And how do you handle things like calluses or hot spots, so training helps hiking rather than creating new problems? Overuse signals?
I like progress that mirrors trails. Raise step-up height or load over time. Increase total treadmill vertical gain per week. Reduce time to climb a set elevation, or see lower perceived effort at a fixed incline pace. Safety first. Knees track over toes, control the full but pain-free range, and stop any sharp pain. Use stable footwear with grip. Manage calluses by filing and moisturizing. Treat hot spots early. Thin socks help on warm treadmills. Use a weighted vest for even load or a backpack for specificity. And dowels to simulate trekking poles.
Those progress markers and safety rules are spot on and keep training honest. Time for our one actionable tip listeners can use immediately. Let's give folks a compact session they can do in a busy gym that hits incline capacity, uphill strength, and downhill control, plus a quick core carry. The goal is 25 minutes, enough to feel translation on the next trail day without wrecking recovery. Lay out times, reps, cues, and a way to measure effort, like heart rate or perceived exertion. Also note incline grade and backpack or vest used today, and last session's comparison target.
Actionable tip for today. Do this 25-minute trail transfer circuit once this week. Start with 10 minutes on a treadmill at 10% incline at an RPE around 6. Then complete 3 rounds of 8 step-ups per leg with light dumbbells, 6 slow step-downs per leg with a 3-second lower, and a 30-second suitcase carry each side. Finish with 2 minutes at 12 to 15% incline. Record heart rate, the pace, and your perceived effort, so next time you can compare and nudge either incline, pace, or load up slightly after your cooldown.
That circuit is gold because it blends incline capacity, strength, and control in a tight package you can repeat and track. Today we covered why gym work matters for hikers, the quick warm-up that primes ankles and hips, incline strategies with zone 2 and hill intervals, strength moves with slow lowers for downhill durability, lateral stability and core carries, conditioning options, weekly templates, smart scheduling around trail days, periodization, and safety with practical gear. Thanks for listening to Pathfinders. If this helped, share the episode and try the circuit this week. We'll see you on the trail very soon.